New details about Lori Loughlin's defense. Lori and her husband returned to LA last night and were seen smiling, of course, as they got off their private jet. This follows their court appearance yesterday in Boston, where they were allowed to keep the law firm representing them, despite questions about conflicts of interest. And they were questioned about drug use and psychological issues that could impair their ability to understand the risk of both of them sharing a lawyer. And in a preview of their defense strategy, the couple's lawyer claims they made the checks out to a legitimate donation to a nonprofit, not bribes. This pisses me off, Erica. It does, because it's playing us all for fools yet again. I shouldn't want her to fall. Listen, I love Lori Loughlin. At least I did. I was a fan of hers. You know, I love me some Hallmark movies and Full House. I wanted her to follow the lead of Felicity Huffman and face it, deal with it, take accountability, and then be done with it. But we are seeing her almost laugh her way into the courtroom, and that bothers me as a fan of hers.
Well, I felt like Felicity Huffman was an anomaly to start out with, because you have people who are in very nice positions of privilege and power, and I believe that she didn't believe the gravity of the situation.
I believe that.
But I totally
the gravity of it.
Sending in photos of your Al Jackson.
I'm not saying she didn't think it was
If a university said, "Oh, we would love to get your kids into Brown because that's your alma mater, but let's make sure that you make a donation here and then you send in some photos of them pretending to play football," I know Al Jackson would be like, something smells fishy.
Yeah, because we've all been in the real world, Sam. She hasn't been a part. There are two Americas. She has been in a place of wealth and privilege that we could not conceive of. So the concept of her in jail together might as well be her bareback riding a T-Rex. She has no concept of trouble. Whereas Jeff would be like, "Hey, I got a buddy. He did 2 years off of this."
Jeff would have faced it.
But Jeff is a real dude. Like,
yeah,
if you've been so wealthy for so long,
but now she's gambling. Totally, but now
it's a gamble.
Because guess what? The book could be thrown at her now. That plea deal, gone. So now, because she's digging her heels in the ground, she could be thrown into jail for much longer, used as an example.
She could also get off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God,
and Jeff's been calling that for 6 months.
Do you still believe that?
Yes. That's a good defense. If they say that it was for an organization rather than a bribe.
Even with photographic evidence?
If I don't know what's going to come out in court, but it sounds like a pretty good statement, and she's not allowed to smile. I mean, this is the media's painting that picture.
Well,
when she walked into court, her head was down, but now they're like she's smiling. Someone just said that we don't know if she's sad or how she's feeling.
Well, in the past, when she attended the courtroom, she did sign autographs. There's different, but they were talking about her.
But the Chrisleys were smiling when they came out of court as well. You have to put a face on.
But there is a thing.
Do you want to smile? Watch this camera guy fall down.
There is a thing when it comes to. But lawyers will advise their clients. Do you want to look more humble? Do you want to wear less makeup? Do you want to look more relatable? That's a thing.
I'm assuming she is a great lawyer.
Right, well, of course she does, but it comes down to this. One, everyone's going to paint the narrative that they want. It's going to come down to timing. We're going to see what happens to Felicity Huffman, who has already pleaded guilty.
Yep.
We have a very direct comparison between the two.
It's true.
And whatever happens to Felicity is probably going to have some bearing on what happens to Lori and her husband.
As a precedent.
But all of the stuff about the private jets and all of that, that's all like very much celebrity fodder, means absolutely nothing.
I disagree when it comes to the court of the public opinion. Look how it's affecting me, but maybe I shouldn't care.
As long as you're not on the jury.